Dreams and tongue marks. Oh, this choice, I think I'm learning about all the time that we have around how we experience those things. Like, is it a blemish? Is it a, oh my gosh, speaking of blemishes, so my camera angle changed when I didn't do the technology the way I could have maybe. And it really highlights this lovely blemish I have on my face, which I was happy about actually eventually, because I was like, I was trying to cover it like with my angle, you know. And then I was led down this path of like, why was I trying to cover it, and what is a blemish? And it reminded me of talking to you last week. You asked me what the opposite of saying that I was like very fearful of money. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't really understand what you meant, because I was like, it's against the rules to just say something, you know, to just be like, I'm fearless with money.
To make a leap.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm like, what's the line between that and being disingenuous or like lying?
Yeah.
That's what I've been. So since I've just been really thinking about that a lot, and knowing that my resistance comes from this question of having integrity. And I know there's something there. Yeah. But I want to ask you more about that.
Yeah. Well, one way would just be to inquire into integrity. What is integrity? Which is, it's really weird that that's not the first time that particular word has come up today.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love the synchronicities that happen. That would be one way. Like, what is integrity? And what is in the way for you about integrity around money? You know, so that would be a whole way, fruitful way. And maybe, yeah.
So I was just, integrity is wholeness, right?
Yeah. Not dividedness, not fractured. And so we can hear how money could be accommodated in wholeness. And fear of money can be accommodated in wholeness.
What do you mean accommodated?
That there's room. And I think that's the main thing, is like noticing what it's like to be against something, and how that's just plugging into that something that we're not feeling is life-giving. What?
I am having this emotional block. I keep being like, there's something, I don't know, there's something there. It just feels like there's this piece of money and wholeness just not being, like being antithetical or something. That there's not room for like the fear of it, or even acknowledging, accepting the fear of it.
Right.
And that being wholeness. I don't know. And then to say I do accept the fear of it when I don't feels like.
Yeah. No. So I'm not asking you to say something that feels disingenuous. It's more being interested in what feels fishy to you, to be curious about, wow, I'm feeling emotional about even talking about the fear of money, much less money itself. And so, of course, then it would be one way to go, is like, okay, even the resistance to the fear of the money, feeling that in your body briefly, you know.
Letting it pass briefly, I feel like, is a choice sometimes for me. Or eventually it feels like it's not a choice. And then it feels like it's a choice.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Yeah.
Tenderfire.